Game 2 here in Tampa is upon us. Everybody's getting situated. Sherrill is getting situated for Alabama. Silas Sunday, who could play on Sunday if given the choice, is there for Hofstra. And the tip is controlled by the Pride. They'll get the ball to the hands of Plotnikov, who finds Cruz Davis. It's Cruz Davis and Preston Edmeade. Those are the two formidable guards for the Pride. Davis, player of the year in the conference. Ball is deflected at midcourt. Shot clock is under 10. Plotnikov has it stolen away. There's the quick hands. Jemison heading to the rim. High stepping to the basket, lays it in.
Already the athleticism of Alabama on that defensive play, putting two on the ball on Cruz Davis. They're not going to let him try to beat them, as Coach Oates was adamant yesterday in their practice.
Yeah, Cruz Davis averages over 20 points per game. He gets it up to Edmeade, who averages 16 a game.
And look, right there, doubling their two dynamic guards early, trying to get the ball out of their hands.
Right spot, right time for Plotnikov.
Well, this Hofstra wants to play at a slow pace, and it's going to be hard with all that pressure Alabama's applying.
Sherrill hands it up to Philon, goes off to the corner. Jemison into the paint, down low. Sherrill trying to get position, doesn't get it. Rebound is pulled down by Silas Sunday.
There's a lot of players that come out of the CAA, but not a lot of 7-footers. So
No.
Hofstra to be able to have Sunday down low to really battle against Alabama's size as well.
Edmeade is covered up top by Wrightsell. Wrightsell, the senior. Edmeade pulls up for three, no good. Rebound is tipped around. Jemison comes along the baseline with it. Philon through his legs, and he stumbled. That's going to be a foul on Cruz Davis.
One of the things that Hofstra can't do if they want to play at a slow pace is turn the ball over. This is an Alabama team that can get out and go. They really want to run in transition when they can.
Yeah, Hofstra and the CAA, they didn't turn it over much. They averaged about 10 turnovers per game. Philon, left side. High post jumper, good. Smooth as silk. It's 4-2, Crimson Tide.
But this Alabama offense is all about LeBaron Philon creating opportunities for himself and for others. If you're going to cut off the point of attack, Philon is it.
They average about 92 points per game. Edmeade lacing through the defense in the paint. Too strong off the back of the iron. Tip up is no good. And here comes the Crimson Tide. Wrightsell for three. No good. And an easy rebound for the powerful Sherrill, and the three-pointer no good. Sherrill's putback is no good.
And Sherrill keeping the ball alive for Alabama, knowing when you offensive rebound, you want to look for your shooters. That's the best time to get a three. Right here, dribble handoff. Philon's just so great at getting to his spots. He plays with patience. A lot of the Alabama offense is off of his creation, creating disadvantages, and his team's getting threes.
Well, but I'm surprised Nate Oates didn't take out of a game. He took a mid-range shot.
He would prefer something else.
They want threes and they want layups and free throws.
Sherrill, a 71% free throw shooter, former 5-star recruit, makes both of them here.
I'm joking, of course. I think Philon can do whatever he wants.
Well, at this point, with Holloway out of the game, yes, he probably could do whatever he wants. Edmeade walks it up the floor. Davis, hand checked up top. His lefty jumper, no good. Squeezed it off the side of the iron. Plotnikov has it knocked away. Loose ball, and it's picked up by the Pride. And it's stolen away by the Crimson Tide. Philon runs the floor, lays it in. And a timeout called by Hofstra. It's a 6-point lead for Alabama, trying to assure their will. A quick jolt of offensive lightning for Alabama has given it a lead 8-2. And speaking of a jolt, Alabama is without its second leading scorer after guard Aiden Holloway was arrested Monday on felony marijuana possession and tax stamp charges. Tuscaloosa police recovered more than 2 pounds of marijuana during a search of Holloway's apartment near Alabama's campus. Holloway has been removed from the university while the Office of Student Conduct investigates. Now, head coach Nate Oates said on Monday, "We've got standards in our program. We had to suspend him, and we're disappointed, but we still love him. We talked to him yesterday. He said, we've built a relationship with Aiden, and you don't kick him to the curb when he makes a mistake. You love him, but we have a job to do in this tournament. And it's part of the distractions that Alabama has had to deal with. But so far, up 6, they've had other pieces to their offensive weapon and defensive weapon that have taken care of business.
Well, Alabama's not foreign to people being in and out of the lineup. They've had, like you said earlier, 13 or 14 different starting lineups throughout the season.
Ball is loose across midcourt. It's a backcourt violation. So 3 turnovers right now for Hofstra. They've got to make sure they stem the tide on that.
Hofstra wants to spread the court. They want to create for their guards off screen and roll situations, but the Alabama pressure is making that impossible.
Now Philon off the 3rd turnover finds Allen. Allen was pushed off the side, and a rebound taken down by the Pride. That was good defense by Anuetu. Edmead looking for the screen, so trying to find that pick and roll, which hasn't been there for the Pride. Plotnikov for 3. It's good. Well, that might settle it down.
Plotnikov 5 has come ready to play. Early 2, then known for his catch and shoot threes. Let's see if Hofstra can get him going.
4 minutes into this first half. Philon lost control, and Hofstra forces the turnover. Davis into the open floor. Davis going to the basket. Davis lays it in. It's a 1-point game.
And those are the times that Hofstra should push pace, right? Because you can't run with Alabama, but you have to run smart in transition off of turnovers.
Bol Bowen has it up top. He'll take a 3. It's good. He just fed it into the basket.
And he's a pretty good 3-point shooter.
$25 made threes so far this year.
And more than half of his shots are threes. His percentage isn't great, but he makes up for it in volume.
Plotnikov got his feet set, but the shot was off to the right. Little screwball action. Extra pass, Bol Bowen into the paint, going to the basket, swatted away. Anuetu with the swat. Hofstra running the break. They lay it in. Decady got free.
What a pass.
You talk about Anuetu and Decady coming in off the bench, making an impact.
And a foul is called. Count the bucket, Bol Bowen. All right, things have settled in a little bit for the Pride. Down by 4. Little defense to offense. Cruz, Davis with the feed. Alabama with a 4-point lead, 13-9. AJ, they've had to deal with a lot of lineup changes with the Crimson Tide.
They have, and they've been rolling with them. And when I had the chance to speak with LeBaron Philon about this most recent change, he was unfazed. He said this is a resilient group, and he's proud of the way they have fought against adversity. Nate Oates added that this team has been through a lot, so they're not only ready to meet this moment with no excuses, they're determined to make a run, guys.
Yeah, 14th different lineup this season. It's the most for a Nate Oates team. That's a lot of different lineups.
He's only got one guy in his team who's played in every game.
Bol Bowen missed the free throw. The rebound is run down by the Crimson Tide. Bethea in the game for the first time. Philon. Sherrill extra pass to Millette. Bol Bowen right side of the lane. Deflected. Millette 3 seconds on the shot clock. Bell Bowen for 3. In and out. No good. And the rebound by Anuetu.
And that's the way they play offense. Penetration, kick it out. Penetration, kick it out.
Edmead trying to get going. Edmead under the basket. Kept his pivot foot. Plotnikov for 3. Again! Second 3 for Unk.
That's what I was going to say. Hofstra calls him Unk. He's been with the program. He is the culture builder, as Speedy Claxton said. Everybody respects him. Good to see him getting it going early.
Bethea off the screen into the paint, kicks it to the corner. 3 for Sherrill. It's good.
Every one of their guys is not afraid to take a 3.
Yeah, that's his 23rd of the season. And you would think about him as being more of an interior guy, but in this day and age, that interior guy gets outside.
Particularly on this team.
Yeah. Cruz Davis heads to the basket. Cruz Davis can't finish. The second finish was no good. Philon up top. Sherrill for another three. No good.
Well, he only shoots about 30% from out there, so I think if you're Hofstra, you're okay with him pulling the trigger in transition on a three.
And here's
ultimate green light.
Yeah, exactly. Edmead slowing it up. This is not a shocker. This is the way Hofstra plays. Edmead stripped to the basket. It's round one, but you've been putting in the work for your team all season. Celebrate making it to the tournament with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. That foul is on Millette.
Well, Millette, he's the only guy who's played in every game. And Edmead is out there claiming he was shooting the ball.
Might be a gather in the NBA. I think in college, that's definitely a baseline takeout.
It was a takeout, all right. Edmead will get it back off the inbounds. Gives it off to Biggie Patterson. And now Speedy Claxton, yellow shoes and all, calling out the play. Shot clock is under 10. Edmead for three. That may have been a little obstacle of a three. Millette backing his way in up top. Bethea for three. No good.
And this tempo right now is being played at Alabama's pace. Alabama wants to be in the 90s. For Hofstra to win, they have to keep this game capped at around 70 points for both teams.
Cruz Davis, step back jumper is a two. It's good. Oh, they're going to say it's a three. They're going to look at it later. Either way, it was a pretty move.
Lucky lefty. That left-hand stroke is nice.
Philon off the screen from Sherrill. Millette, he'll try to answer with three of his own. It's no good. And Hofstra controls the boards.
They're doing a great job blocking out and chasing down those defensive rebounds.
You know, it's true what you said and Nate Oates said. This is a CAA team, but they've got some big bodies inside.
Yes, Hofstra doing a great job on the boards, and you have to do that against Alabama and the guards.
And Patterson.
Patterson gets in on the action. The guards for Hofstra have blocked out because there's going to be a lot of long rebounds with as many threes as they shoot.
Well, the Pride take the lead. It's a 6-0 run. Philon backing his way off the glass, no good, and the rebound is run down by the Pride again. Here comes Davis. He's got speed. Davis along the baseline. Davis lays it in.
When he saw it was Jemison guarding him, he decided at half court he was going to the basket.
And Alabama's looking for a bucket. They haven't scored in nearly 3 minutes. Patterson, he'll bring it up the floor. Patterson pounds his way toward the paint. 11:06 to play in the first half. Wow, have things changed since our last media timeout? Cruz Davis with a step-back three. If that's not enough, how about Biggie Patterson? And oh yeah, the Pride is feeling it. Hofstra leads it by 4, 20-16 moments ago. AJ caught up with Nate Oates.
Coach Oates, it's been back and forth. What do you think about your pace and defense to start this one?
The pace has been fine. The defense was good to start. It hasn't been good that last 4 minutes. And our decisions at the rim have been awful. We're missing teammates wide open. We're shooting with 2 guys on us. So we got to do a better job moving the ball. We got to start to get some stops down there.
Thank you, Coach.
I like it, though. The assessment was, was firm. It was right on. It is awful. And to the free throw line is Biggie Patterson. James Biggie Patterson. 76% makes the first one. Watch whip-around coverage of all men's games with Fast Break presented by the Home Depot in the March Madness Live app. Patterson, who got a selfie with Candace yesterday, one of a number of folks that got a selfie.
Well, much respect. I mean, Biggie Patterson, that's a pretty nice nickname.
Well, that is where he got it from.
A little foreshadowing.
It's a 19-8 run for Hofstra. And there's the decision-making that's a little bit better that Nate Oates talked about with AJ, as Jemison was able to get free.
And Nate Oates' philosophy is you draw 2, you got to kick. Someone else is open. They want to generate catch-and-shoot threes. You don't want to shoot floaters over 2 and 3 defenders.
Davis looking for the screen. Davis, little hesitation, pull up Jay. It's good. He's got a sweet left hand.
What a great decision. I mean, he gave that little hesitation, froze the defenders, and then he's just able to rise up and score.
Well, he has 9 right out of the gates. Reitzel trying to answer. Good box out underneath by Plotnikov.
And right now, Hofstra is out rebounding Alabama. They are putting a body. I understand that Speedy Claxton had the guard father sweatshirt on yesterday, but he's got these guys playing like bigs.
Davis with a jab step. Up top to Edmead. They'll run a little bit of this clock off. It's under 10 on the shot clock. Edmead to the baseline. Edmead over the top of the big hands.
Freshman Edmead showing why he is the conference rookie of the year.
And Reitzel went up firing, and again the box out whistle blows. Foul called on the Crimson Tide. Jemison is called for that foul.
And he's complaining that Davis had his arm wrapped around him.
But you know those drills that you run in practice?
Yes.
Where the ball has to bounce in order for you to get off the court in a drill? This right here, look at how many bodies are butt to gut. That's what we used to call it. And you let the ball come off. That is called boxing out right there.
Well, they certainly did it on that play. And they've been doing it this first half. Edmead thought about it. Little hesitation. Goes to the left sideline for 3. It's good! Joshua Aaron Reeves. He averages only 11 minutes per game, but he's making his noise. It's a 10-point lead for the Pride. Jarrell, he's left alone out there. He'll take a 3. And it could not go down. Ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Alabama basketball. This is a 16-2 run.
Right here. Knockdown. You talk about good to great. Hofstra, as Speedy Claxton loves getting in on this action. Look at your head coach getting that height.
He seems so calm. Speedy does. There's a challenge on the ball going out of bounds. So we'll step aside for a moment and let the officials take a look. Hofstra's on a 10-point lead, 28-18. So the officials are taking a look at this ball that went out of bounds. Who did it touch last? It looks like it touched Sherrell last, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good challenge because Cruz Davis swipes at it, but he never hit it. And from where the officials standing, I think it looked like Davis hit it. But that sure looks like it went off Sherrell.
Yeah, this officiating crew, Bert Smith is the referee, Mike Palau and Rob Rourke. And they've just informed the teams of what the decision is. And here comes Bert Smith.
After review of the previous play, the ball went off of Alabama, so it will be Hofstra's basketball on the end line with 30 seconds on the shot clock.
All right, so it is a good challenge on the part of Speedy Claxton.
And there are also a lot of philosophies on when you use your challenge. Usually use your challenge when there's certainty. Hofstra staff doing a good job, probably having an iPad behind the bench, making sure they get this right. A game of possessions, that could come down to win or lose.
Yeah, Shane Doyle is part of the coaching staff. He's the one that has the iPad. He's looking at it all the time. That one is swatted away, and here come the Crimson Tide. Phylon kicks it off to the left wing for 3, no good. Rebound is taken down by Hofstra. That's going to be a push in the back. Biggie Patterson is pushed.
You know, when you're shooting all these threes in transition, that's fine, but if none of them go in, Hofstra's back in great defensive rebounding position, and they've been doing, for the most part, a really good job blocking out.
You talked about in the previous game, there's acceptance and then there's buy-in. Hofstra has bought into the fact that they have to block out to be able to win this game. Early on, they are controlling the glass.
Davis pull up 17-footer off the side of the backboard. I don't know if that was deflected or not. It just wasn't the cleanest of shots.
I think somebody opened a door.
Yeah, the wind just blew, huh? Williamson in the game for the first time. Allen, hesitation along the baseline. Skips it up top, right cell for 3. It's good.
And in to out, the ball touches the paint, the ball sprays out. You get an open catch and shoot 3 for Alabama.
And it's a 3 with your feet set. It's not in transition where you're being a big hurry.
Davis, the transfer from Iona and St. John's, peppering the arc. Speedy Claxton told Cruz Davis, who averages 20, I'll give you more of an opportunity here than you'll have at any of the other schools. And a traveling violation called on Edmeade. Well, Alabama needed a bucket, and they're known to take threes. And they got one here from Wrightsell. And that sort of calmed things down for the Crimson Tide. Bleacher Report is your one-stop destination for March Madness. Get every moment all tournament long with personalized updates and highlights from your favorite teams. Download the Bleacher Report app today. Well, during this timeout, the cheerleaders for both squads were having a competition to see who could hold up the cheerleader from each team. Hofstra wound up winning that one, so we didn't put that on the game summary. But right now it's 28-21. I actually thought at one point that the Hofstra cheerleaders, because they won, they were coming over toward our scores table. I really thought they were going to be in our laps in a second.
And you would have taken one for the team.
I would have, just for the entertainment part of it.
Sure.
Here's a three from the left wing. It's no good. Ball tipped around out of bounds. Touched last by the Pride.
But the key is Hofstra, when they are giving up offensive rebounds and extra possessions to Alabama, it's not live ball. You can see they're knocking it out because Alabama loves to rebound and kick it out for dagger threes.
Amari Allen will inbound the basketball. 7:21 to play in the first half. Wrightsell, Williamson looking for the handoff. Williamson stolen away. Just couldn't get control of it inside. 3 turnovers now for the Crimson Tide. Davis using his body, hesitation, caught in a double team out of bounds. It remains Hofstra ball.
And if you're Edmeade or Davis, you have to be careful. You cannot get too deep. That's where turnovers happen. You have to make sure that you're not going and playing too deep. You're making decisions, spraying it out, and then you can reset your offense.
Well, you don't want to dribble it or pass it into trouble, and he dribbled it into a lot of trouble right there.
Edmeade trying to get it in. He's running out of time. Does. Davis off the screen. Davis, little hesitation, into trouble again. Goes up top. Biggie Patterson for 3. And it clanks off the side of the rim. It's 4-on-4 right now as 2 big bodies tie up. And Philon, offensive foul.
And I understand that Preston Edmeade is a great offensive player, as you just talk about getting down in a stance, absorbing the contact with your chest right here. He's had some great defensive plays early in this game.
Yeah, the CAA Freshman of the Year. He's a finalist for the Kyle Macy Award for the Freshman of the Year in all of college basketball. He's bumped up top. To the free throw line. Patterson, good shoulder fake, and his jumper is good.
And Biggie Patterson motions, let's go. Hofstra feeling good early.
Transfer from St. Thomas Aquinas, and that's the school that was made so famous a couple of years ago. There's a partial block inside by Anuetu.
And again, he's got the ball inside, Sherrill does, but his job is to kick it out, not to try to force it over top of the defender.
5:45 to play. Edmeade. Free throw line. Somebody's got to get free. Got a little bit of action caused him, enabled him to dribble the ball, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Alabama ball. Speedy Claxton, who played for Jay Wright at Hofstra. In fact, Jay had some glowing things to say about his guard. He said, our success at Hofstra, you can definitely say that it's because of Speedy and what he did. Number 10 jersey retired. We asked him if he ever thought he would be a coach. He said, no. He said, Don Nelson pulled me aside one day and said, hey, did you ever think about coaching? And at that point, Speedy's like, no, I want to keep playing. Sherrill for 3. In and out. Ball tipped around.
Well, there's nothing like coming back to your alma mater and being able to lead them to the big dance. Speedy had amazing things to say in response to Jay. Said he would not be where he was without the best Jay Wright.
3 up top for Edmeade. Grazes the front of the rim. Amari Allen leading the break. Philon To the corner for Wrightsell. Wrightsell toward the paint, low post, he got it to go.
Well, with Hofstra really trying to defend the three, I think that's a pretty good strategy, is just to take it in there and take open twos.
And then may open up the three later on.
Absolutely. You can't take everything away.
They are hard forcing Cruz Davis to his right hand.
Well, they got the hip of Davis on that. That's the 16th foul at Alabama. It'll go against Wrightsell.
Right here, Davis able to get back to that left hand. They're putting two on the ball right there. Philon with the reach in. And then, of course, the pull back your hands.
Well, you pull back your hand, pull back your hip, and then you say, oh, no, I didn't do that.
Well, there was movement there. Edmead has it knocked away. Philon heading to the basket, and he missed the layup. Edmead with the rebound. He felt the pressure from behind.
Silas Sunday, big fella, getting back to contest. Hofstra has not given up on any play early in this game.
Yeah, but it's been a while since they've scored. The Alabama guys are really digging in here in half-court defense.
Yeah, Hofstra 2 points in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Shot clock is under 10. Edmead. Little shake and bake to the right, now to the left, spins in the paint, body's falling, throws it up, no good, and Jemison with the board.
That is the definition of a tough shot.
Big time. Jemison open for three, no good. He fed the front of the rim, but Cherrell's there for the second putback.
Cherrell staying with it. He knows that if he continues to pursue the ball, there's going to be some drop-off in the effectiveness of the blockouts from Hofstra.
Cherrell looks winded going up the floor, doesn't he?
Of course he does. They've been running up and down like crazy.
3:20 to play. Davis swings it inside for Sunday. Can't get the angle. It's knocked out of bounds. 3:17 to play here in the first half. Hofstra still up by 5. Tell you what, Jamie, Ryan Odom has done a heck of a job at Virginia coming over from VCU. Watch every men's game live on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. And in the next round, if Tennessee can get past Wally Zerbiak's Miami of Ohio, then Dan Bonner and Candace Parker can have a friendly wager about what's going to happen with Virginia and Tennessee. Edmead going up, his shot partially blocked. The putback is good, though. That's 8 rebounds for Anuetu.
And 8 points.
And 8 points. He's had a big-time first half. Philon along the baseline. He's caught, kicks it back out. Bill Bowen for three, it's good. Ball Bowen his second three.
And Ball Bowen, that's what the bigs for Alabama can do. Hofstra is used to helping their bigs in the paint, but Alabama's bigs can shoot, which causes problems.
I think I'm okay with that if I'm Hofstra. He's a 28% three-point shooter. Now, I'm not okay with that.
Philon heading right to the rim, blocked from behind by Anuetu, and he causes the foul. That'll be his second.
Well, Anuetu has played so well. You really don't want him with 2 fouls.
You got Edmead taking it in, and then you put 2 on the ball. The ball's under control. You got to start fanning your way back out if you're a big on Hofstra. But you love the effort from Anuetu. Obviously, Philon getting to the free throw line to settle things down.
79% from the free throw line for the season. Makes the first. Coming up on AT&T at the half, get all the scores and highlights, plus the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Philon averages 22 points per game. 3rd-team All-American selection. And he converts both of them.
Tom, even though the score of this game seems to be a Hofstra score, the pace has been an Alabama pace. And Alabama gradually crawling back in as they've been able to keep the pressure up defensively and offensively.
Yeah, 9-2 run, extra pass. They give it up to Edmead, now to the corner. DeCady initiating contact, just throws it up. I don't know if that was deflected or if he meant to do that, but it didn't look pretty.
He lost the ball out of his left hand.
Millette to the corner. Sherrill for three. It's good. How about that? Helping the cause from beyond the arc, and Alabama retakes the lead.
We call that back-to-back threes in the half court for Bull Bowen and Sherrill. We call that big-on-big crime. I love this Nate Oates offense. Threes raining for the post and the guards.
You would have flourished in that offense. Not that you didn't flourish before.
Yeah, but the ultimate green light.
Right. Hofstra is 2 for its last 10. Ed Mead up top. A high screen, long-range three. It's good. Well, the freshman does not seem rattled. Pride back on top.
It's the first time he's been able to get loose off of one of those high screens.
Two older brothers. In fact, Speedy Claxton said he kind of plays like he's the younger brother. Sherrill can't convert that one, and a foul on the floor. Take a look at these last couple of threes.
Right here, Phylon moving it. Obviously, Sherrill knocking it down, and then Ed Mead coming off. He loves coming off to that left for that pull-up. Nice shot.
You really have to have somebody there on that screen to meet him. You can't be playing back because he's going to pull up and shoot it.
But you know, as the game goes on, the bigs get further and further back in the coverage. There's game slippage, and so for him to reject that screen and take advantage, I think that's going to be key.
That foul, by the way, was on Decady. It's the 5th foul on Hofstra. The alley-oop. Sherrill will bring the rim down. You want to talk about feeding the rim. Woo. Tied at 35. Sherrill has 12 points and 7 rebounds in this half. Under a minute to play in what's been a very entertaining first half. Ed Mead has it partially blocked. Rebound by the Crimson Tide. Bull Bowen. Phylon crosses over, steps to the basket, off the glass, it's good.
And if you let Phylon get a head of steam in transition, he's going to touch the paint. Now, whether he finishes like that or kicks out, that is how the Alabama offense runs.
Got about an 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ed Mead to the corner. Plotnikov along the baseline. Shot clock is at 5. He's caught, throws it up, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Patterson. Game clock is at 7, now 6. Patterson finally realizes. Game clock at 3, he'll let it fly, no good, air ball. And Sherrill will pull it off the hands of Silas Sunday. And Alabama will take a 2-point lead into the half.
A hectic end to a hectic half.
Hectic end to a hectic half. Both teams had leads and tempo. And A.J. Ross is standing by with Aiden Sherrill.
Yeah, Aiden, you had the big dunk. You guys hitting inside and outside. How do you keep this momentum going in the second half?
We got to clean it up on the defensive end for sure. We was lackadaisical on the defensive end. We got to pick it up. We got to get us a lead, get us a big lead here.
We're looking forward to. Thank you. So we'll be looking forward to. Thank you.
Boy, he is out of breath, and he worked hard in that first half. That's the end of the first half. Alabama on top by 2. We'll send you to AT&T in the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Well, his last points were with 10 minutes and 30 seconds in the first half. They've got to get him going. They've got to get Ed Mead going. But first, it's Alabama with the basketball to try to move on to face Texas Tech. Allen right out of the gate. Goes to the corner. Jemison for 3. Too strong. Allen with the rebound and the soft putback. And Crimson Tide up by 4.
That was a great play for Nate Oates. A little Spanish back screen, having absorbed the post, gets a wide open 3 in the corner.
More importantly, that was Allen's first 2 points.
That's a good point. He averages almost 12 a game. A foul called against Alabama. That foul is called against Jemison. It's his second foul.
Interestingly enough, you saw Alabama. We talked about their 3-point shooting. They've scored 16 points inside. And Sherrill, I mean, good heavens, he's got 12 points and 8 rebounds.
Yeah, Bull Bowen's made a couple of threes outside. Ed Mead gets it back off the inbounds. He's being chased down by 2. Cruz Davis goes to the corner, cut off. Right cell is defending him. Cruz Davis leans in. That's a tough shot. Ball is pinballed around. Sherrill with the rebound.
That's what Alabama tries to do. They try to make you drive the ball and take tough twos.
Philon spinning toward the paint. Pull up from the free throw line. It's good.
Philon getting on the board early with that smooth dribble into the paint. On Hofstra's end, they're putting 2 on the ball with Ed Mead and Cruz. They have to get off the ball early and allow their teammates to make things happen.
Yeah, that bucket by Philon gives him the sophomore record for points in a season at Alabama. Shot clock is under 10. Ed Mead to the corner. Davis for 3. Forcing the action, no good. Rebound, though, by the Pride. Silas Sunday backing his way in against Sherrill. He's too far away, throws it up, and it's just off the side of the rim.
And that's a possession. You got to kick it out and reset your offense.
Allen goes right to the rim and lays it in, and he's fouled.
And we talked about pace. Alabama continuing to push it in transition, led by Philon. Obviously, he is a shot creator, also a shot maker. And going downhill in transition, Allen making the Hofstra defense pay, not getting back, not getting set, not being disciplined like they were in the first half, keeping Alabama out of transition.
And he'll go to the free throw line to try to finish off this 3-point play, and he does.
But this is a danger zone for Hofstra now. They're, I mean, they've been blitzed here to start the second half because they can't get anything going on the offensive end.
Cruz Davis doesn't take the screen. Ed Mead, he was open. He wanted it earlier. Allen picks him up. The freshman's being hedged all the way out. Ed Mead tries to rattle home. He does, and with a little few words for Philon.
But Alabama comes right back at you.
Yeah, they're not taking their foot off the gas. That ball's deflected. Hofstra with the turnover. Ed Mead has it blocked. Ball's loose. And how about the putback by Biggie Patterson?
And how about the second effort by Biggie Patterson the entire time? Cleanup crew.
Step back 3 from the left wing. It's good. Philon splashes it home.
Philon's like, there's levels to this, young fella. Ed Mead was talking mess down the last time. Philon was like, all right, I got something for you.
He was like he was shooting like Spider-Man webs when he came out after making that shot. 47-39, 3 minutes into the second half. Ed Mead lost control. Gets it to Patterson. Separation and jumper too short.
They're being forced into really tough shots.
Allen along the baseline. Allen trying to get space up top to Philon. Way downtown for 3. And around the rim and out. Patterson with the board. You want Hofstra to slow it down. I guess they're going to slow it down now because of the foul. Steve Carell stars in the brand new HBO original comedy series Rooster. Don't miss all new episodes Sunday at 10 Eastern, exclusively on HBO Max. So Hofstra gets it back. Sherrill will take a breather. Bo Bowen is in. Speedy Claxton barking out some signals for Ed Mead. Nate Oates doing the same on the defensive ends. Davis to the basket, swatted away. He went into the land of Giants. Jemison wants it back. He gets it back. Largest lead of the game for Alabama. It's up to 10. Ill-advised shots for Hofstra. Davis into a double teamed. Jemison gave it up, said, hey, I want it back. Over in St. Louis, there was an overtime thriller between Kentucky and Santa Clara. Here, the thrillingness is from LeBaron Philon, who's erupting for Alabama, particularly in the second half.
Yes, 13 points, 4 assists. He is the offense creator. As he goes and creates, the Alabama offense flows. He's doing a little bit of everything. 3-level scorer, mid-range,
Do you
to
think
the basket.
Do you think it's significant he took off his headband at halftime?
Yeah, it was freeing for him. Trying not to restrict his hair flow. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Hofstra basketball.
That's the... Cruz Davis is a guy who makes things happen, but he went into two guys there. And if they're going to take those kind of shots, then this is really going to be tough for Hofstra.
Alabama's not going to challenge that, even though Jemison thought that it went off the hand of Hofstra. It'll be Hofstra basketball. They're really having trouble getting these last few inbounds in, and it's a 5-second violation. Rob Rourke made that call.
Great defense by the Crimson Tide, locking up Hofstra in the half-court offense and the out-of-bounds set. Anytime that it has been a slow pace, Hofstra has struggled against Alabama's length and physicality.
AJ Speedy's face shows a lot of the story of what's going on here.
Yeah, he was telling his team there's too much one-on-one basketball, and they got to look to pass if they don't have a good shot. He also said LeBaron and Philon, they got to make him take difficult shots, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. 49-39, 15:52 to play. Third foul on Anuetu. We'll be back after this. 49-39, Alabama's on top. It's round one, but you've been putting in the work for your team all season. Celebrate making it to the tournament with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Well, it's been all Alabama in the second half. They have outscored Hofstra 12-4. And they'll get a trip to the free throw line as Allen, member of the All-SEC freshman team, had 11 rebounds during the SEC tournament game. Didn't score much. And he missed that free throw there.
Well, he didn't score in the first half today, but he's got 5 in the second half. And Speedy Claxton and his guys are trying to figure this out. That Alabama has been relentless with their pressure, both offensive pressure and defensive pressure.
Yeah, they've kind of taken Edmead out of the game for most of the game, but then have taken Davis out of the game in the second half. Let's see what Davis and the Pride can do. Down 11. There's the screen. You like that better, Candace?
I like when there is a guard to post screen. It delays how active and up to the screen the post for Alabama can be.
Patterson has a size advantage over the top of Wrightsell.
And if you're Alabama, I think you live with that.
Yes, absolutely.
Not the dynamic guards of Davis and Edmead. It's a fadeaway mid-range by Patterson.
Like I say, the defense is built on making them take tough twos. That was a tough two.
Bol Bowen for 3. He made a couple in the first half. Missed that one. Philon to the corner. Another 3 attempt. Wrightsell short. Edmead with the board for Hofstra. Millette covering Edmead. To the corner, Davis. Davis sweeps it inside. Swatted away. Bol Bowen.
What a quick defensive reaction.
Really fast. Philon is covered up top. He slipped. He lost his shoe.
I don't know about that call. It looked like his foot just got stuck as Biggie Patterson complains. Right here, look at this right here.
He stepped on his foot.
Is that a foul?
If there's contact that creates an advantage, then yes, that's a foul.
I don't know about that one.
I think that's a good call right there. There's contact, the dribbler falls down. I think that's a foul.
Well, it'll give Alabama a fresh 20. Philon into the paint, snaking right side, free pass.
He's just so smooth with that.
And he's so smooth in the fact that he can create, but he also can look for his own shot. So it puts the defense in a bind.
And he's only a sophomore. Edmead tried to feed the front of the rim. Sherrill is back in. He got the rebound. Wrightsell, little chicken wing, and they call the offensive foul. Third foul on Wrightsell.
Well, we're talking about Philon, and he's a guy who just snakes his way through traffic here. And you're right, Candace, the whole time he's got his head up, he's looking for teammates, and Reitzel just got going a little bit too fast there. But I think that's the best part of Alabama's game, keeping the pressure on, going quickly on offense, and just being relentless on defense.
And Ed Mead, I think that was his third drawn charge today, just moving his feet, getting in front.
Ed Mead, right side of the lane. He's fouled, throws it up off the bucket. That would win every game a horse.
And one thing you cannot fault this Hofstra squad for is competing. Ed Mead, despite not shooting a rock great, continuing to put pressure on Alabama's defense, getting that one to go.
But Candace, as you said before, I think Alabama can live with that.
100%.
Ed Mead will go to the line, 83% free throw shooter. He went to Deer Park High School, which was 20 miles from Hofstra. He said, when I came to Hofstra, I wanted to do anything I could to get on the court. One of 11 freshmen in the nation, averaging 15 points or more, 4 assists or more.
And if you're on
well, they called a lane
Uetu,
violation.
yep,
Lane violation.
caused a lane violation.
Now, Ed Mead takes an hour and a half at the free throw line, and usually that discombobulates opponents, but that time it got his own teammate.
Under 14 minutes to play in the second half. Allen with the basketball off the screen by Sherrill. Allen to Bol Bowen, just couldn't corral it. They don't panic though. Philon to the basket. Philon is fouled.
One of the things you have to do against, if you're going to beat Alabama, is you've got to somehow throw Philon off his game, and that certainly hasn't happened here. He detects opportunity. Look at him split those two guys.
And you're kind of in a bind because you're taught coming into this game that Alabama shoots threes, so not to collapse when Philon is driving. But this game, they're not shooting the three the way they normally do.
Right.
They almost have to cut off the head of the snake, which is Philon.
Well, he makes the first free throw. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Nate Oates is playing without Aiden Holloway, averaging 17 points per game. Philon has picked up the slack here today.
Well, we just showed you those numbers, Tom. He's not only scoring, he's assisting,
correct,
he's got rebounds, and he's really doing a nice job defensively.
And he gives Alabama an 11-point lead again. Davis covered by Allen. Davis cut off. Ed Mead up top. Sophomore on freshman. Bounce pass down low. Davis couldn't corral it, and it's picked up by Jemison. Allen outlet pass. Philon leaves it for Sherrill. Philon toward the basket. He was sealed off by Sherrill, and he found just a sliver of daylight, and the lead is 13.
I call that good to great. Right there, Sherrill could have taken that three. Right, that's their philosophy. Get up threes. He gives it back to Philon, and then you get the better shot.
Well, he came into this game with 4 straight 20-point games. He's got 19 today. Ed Mead, his first open look, and he cans it. Allen off the screen. Allen open for 3. Perfect form. He rattled it home.
Allen gives a smile to the sideline, running back down. That opened up the basket for Alabama, who's been carried by their front court from beyond the arc.
Big time.
And Allen is really doing a nice job on the defensive end. That size that he has, his ability to move, has really frustrated Cruz Davis.
Uetu caught it up top. Leaves it for Davis, and Davis fouled, and he counts the bucket.
And Davis gets 3 the hard way to go. You got Philon operating, smooth operator off the glass. Nate Oates loves it.
Time now for our game summary. Alabama's built its lead to 59-48. Both teams shooting in the 40s, the three-point shooting, but both have made the same. Hofstra with the turnovers, though, 10 turnovers. The defense for Alabama, Dan, they've picked it up here in the second half.
Boy, they sure have. They continue to push the pace on offense, but defensively, there's just nothing easy for Hofstra around the basket. I mean, you get close, they block the shot. You try to get it inside, they steal the ball, and then off they go. It's amazing. The Alabama, we talked about, they're noted for their three-point shooting. The three-point shooting is even that it's been inside the three-point arc where Alabama's offense has excelled today.
You saw that graphic there. They allow 83.5 points per game. They score a lot, but they give up a lot. Today, not so much. As Davis finishes the three-point play, they've held him in check. Sherrell getting an ice pack on the back of his neck. He's got a double-double, his third one of the season.
Well, he deserves a rest. He's had himself a game today.
And Millette cannot convert the three from up top. And Ed Mead will walk it up. Those are the 5 on the floor for the Pride. Ed Mead through the defense, and it's swatted out of bounds.
I actually thought he could have passed that ball to Sunday, and he just didn't.
Oh, every bracket buster and every buzzer beater. CBS Sports HQ has your tournament highlights, plus wall-to-wall coverage across the sports world. Streaming free 24/7.
And I think that decision-making comes with time. And Freshman has done a great job competing, but when you go amongst the trees, especially Alabama's bigs, you got to be ready to kick it out.
Shot clock is at 5. Davis, shot clock is at 3. Davis goes up. It's partially blocked, and it's taken on the baseline by Allen. Allen leading the break into the paint, kicks it to the sideline. Three-pointer for Reitzel is good.
That's the Alabama offense right there, and it's a 6'8" guy taking the ball down the court, drawing the defense to him, and kicking it out for a 3.
Matches the highest lead of the day. 8 three-pointers for the Crimson Tide. Ed Mead to answer, and he does. But he used that screen really well. Allen swings it. Reitzel off the handoff from Bol Bowen. Runner is no good. And Patterson with the board for Hofstra. If they're going to make a move, do you feel like it has to be here?
It's got to be soon. You know, you've got to get this. You got to put some game pressure on Alabama, and right at the moment there isn't any game pressure on Alabama.
Ed Mead, and he's fouled.
And Alabama, uncharacteristic only 6 threes in the first half, have opened it up. Obviously, Allen knocking it down. And then again, Ed Mead, there's just no quit in this Hofstra team. Alabama seems like they're dominating this game, but there's very little separation, still within reach. But Hofstra's got to make a run here pretty soon.
Yeah, Hofstra with its 4th 20-win season under Speedy Claxton. Ball is deflected and blocked underneath. And Philon, who exited a moment ago, comes back in with a Band-Aid on his chin. Under 10 to play. Boy, shoes are flying. Make sure you guys have your shoes laced up. We lost a couple of them today. Got to double knot them. There we go. One. No double knot.
We've got some colorful shoes out here.
Very close. And led by Speedy Claxton, of course.
I don't know. I really think that Reitzel's got the advantage here.
Well, his are nice too, the purple. Although Candace is behind the table right now. I mean,
hers are the best.
Hers are pretty sweet today.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. 9:45 to play in the second half. Davis covered up top by Allen.
And Alabama bottling up Davis on the sideline, trying to keep him off that left hand.
Ed Mead from the corner. 3, it's good from the pocket. 7-point game. He's now 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. He's got 18 all of a sudden. Philon, Sherrell, and he's fouled going up. That'll be the 4th one on Anuetu.
And as a lower seed, all you got to do is hang around, make some big shots. Ed Mead heating up. The ball's touching the paint. being kicked out, nice quick release. Okay, whatever that celebration is. I don't know if you should run that one back. But we'll go with it.
Sherrill to the free throw line. Makes the first one. Again, double-double for Sherrill. He's been in double figures in 9 of his last 10.
Well, he's working hard, particularly on the offensive boards, and that time he just went to the perfect open spot, confident that Philon was going to find him.
And I'm cracking up at Ed Mead, Reichel, and Philon at half court talking a little bit of mess back and forth.
Oh, they've been doing it all game. It's been funny. Boy, that's a great release. Plotnikov was able to get free off the screen. Again, a 7-point game. Sherrill outside for Jemison. Extra pass to Allen. Back to Jemison. Philon thought about, oh, knocked away. Plotnikov into the open floor. Here he goes.
And Plotnikov proven right with Coach Speedy Claxton. Said he's a glue guy. He's making every big play to end Alabama's runs.
10-2 run. Short on the 3. Allen gets the rebound. Double team down low. Good help. Allen from the logo. No good. But again, an offensive board. Philon will try for 3. Yes!
And you know what we call those? We call those dagger threes. Offensive rebound, kick out. That's a great person to find.
That was a tough sequence. The first rebound hit the board, and then the second one kicked right directly off the rim back to Alabama. I know the Hofstra bench is a little frustrated they couldn't get a defensive rebound, but that was a tough one.
Ed Mead over the top of the bigs. Ball is tipped up over the backboard and out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it's actually Hofstra basketball.
I don't know about that one. It looked like Sunday tipped the ball over the backboard right here. Definitely a kick ball, but what the ref doesn't see, the ref can't call.
Yeah.
Nice transition dunk.
Well, Nate Oates just asked for an appeal on that one. It's 67-59 with 8:01 to play here in the second half. We'll have the results when we get back. During the timeout, Alabama did challenge the previous call, which one official did say was out on Hofstra. The other official, Mike Palau, said it was out on Alabama. So Nate Oates challenged that, and he has won that challenge. So
which means he still has one challenge, and he keeps his timeout.
Correct. Ed has an 8-point lead in the ball with 8:01 to play. AJ, what did Nate Oates say in that timeout?
Oates was adamant with his team that they can't just rely on their shooting ability. They still have to get stops down the stretch. He was urging them to play physical without fouling, guys.
Yeah, they still have this 8-point lead. Again, they're down 8 in Holloway. Allen to Philon. Philon speeds to the other side of the key. Good job by Hofstra. They denied him from taking that shot. Jemison back outside. Sherrill for 3. No good. Too strong.
And there's another textbook box out right there. But Sherrill knocking those shots down in the first half. You can tell a little fatigue's involved right now. Shots a little short.
Guy his size, a lot of fatigue.
That's exactly right. He's worked hard today. He's had a double-double. Davis with the fake. Davis, pull up Jay. It's too strong. Tipped out, and Davis gets it back. Ed Mead, he'll take the 3.
Shot.
It's good!
Not shy at
wow.
Was the ball even in his hands before he released that?
It was sidewinding to the hoop. He has 21.
And he did that over Sherrill.
Under 7 minutes to play. Sherrill doesn't take it that time. Philon with somebody on his hip. He's short. Sherrill has it. It's swatted away. Out of bounds off Sherrill.
Ed Mead has come alive here in the second half. 21 points, 5 of 9 for 3. 4 straight makes by Ed Mead. Catch and shoot, that was quick. But on the other end, quick hands, knocks it off with Sherrill. I mean, he's given Hofstra a chance.
Make a three here, it becomes very interesting.
Yeah, again, Alabama had a 13-point lead on a couple of occasions in this second half. Ed Mead off the handoff, too strong, out of bounds, saved by Sunday, but he just threw it back toward the baseline.
And again, Ed Mead electing not to use the pick and roll, electing for a handoff, which allowed him to get free. That was an errant shot, but I like that adjustment for Hofstra. It loosens up a little bit of the pressure.
The winner of this one will face Texas Tech on Sunday. Philon, he'll go right in, and he's able to get it off the glass. It's good.
He doesn't need a lot of room.
Nope.
You know, you give him a little space, and he's going by.
That's 24 points for Philon. Davis falls to the floor. It's going to be a tie-up, and the possession hour remains with Hofstra. You're right about this, Dan. He doesn't need much space before he gets to the rim.
Well, Decady is playing him on the side because he's worried about the screen going the other way, and Philon sees that, and he's just by before Decady can recover. And that is not a Band-Aid, Tom. That is some kind of a bandage on it. Band-Aid is...
I wasn't giving him enough credit,
no,
was I?
Band-Aid is low-key in the thing.
He has 16 second-half points, which is certainly not low-key. Davis inside, slams it home!
Yeah, against Alabama, there's no finger rolls or layups. You got to dunk it.
On Nuetu. And Philon trying to answer, and he does not, but a foul is called.
If they called that on Nuetu, he might be done.
Our AT&T connected cam.
That's the way to finish right there.
That's what we're talking about. He draws both of the guys, and he passes to Nuetu. And Nuetu, I think, is a better offensive player than Sunday.
The foul was on Decady, by the way.
Decady, okay.
And Philon just on display, playing with pace, not being able to be sped up by Hofstra's defense. I mean, he's just making great play, calling his own number, and also distributing.
And he has 18 second-half points. He has 26 overall.
5 assists and 7 rebounds. Have yourself a game.
Plus, he's played really good defense. Davis, he's trying to get some space. There's not much there. Davis from the free throw line. Ball's tipped around. Sherrill with the rebound. Philon trying to take over.
I think he's sort of taken over the whole game.
Yeah, that is true.
He's been in charge out there already.
Yeah, 26 of the 71 points. He's got him right on his hip. He'll throw it up, and no good.
That's about the first force that we've seen from him today.
Under 5 minutes to play. Ed Mead lost it, leaves it down low. On Nuetu. He's caught, bounce pass to Davis. Davis up off the glass, it's good.
Davis continuing to cut off the ball, trying to find his way.
He's gonna get called for a foul. Nope, he's not. Allen, though, forces the action. Well, they're letting it be physical.
Oh, what a weapon Allen can be.
Especially at his size and stature, being able to guard.
Ed Mead from the free throw line, off the front of the rim. Philon with the board. That's 8 rebounds for Philon. Allen going right in, leaves it underneath for Sherrill, and he's fouled. And if that's on Nuetu, that'll be 5. I think they're going to give it to Decady. So that's 3 on him.
But once again, here comes Amari Allen, really putting pressure on the defense. And Alabama, they get that rebound, and off they go.
And obviously, talk about Philon's carried the game this entire time, but Alabama's bigs in the first half got them to this point, but their guards and Allen, Wrightsell has done a great job of keeping them in this in the second half.
Sherrill missed that one. After the madness, escape to paradise. Renovation Aloha returns to Hawaii with new challenges and epic island flips. Season premiere March 31st at 8 on HGTV. Second free throw for Sherrill. He had a little more power on that one. Builds the lead back to 8. He'll check out.
Well,
Emerson is in.
He's got 15 points. He's got 13 rebounds. He's got a couple of blocked shots. He's done everything that Nate Oates could ask him to do.
Well, Nate Oates said that the front court players were going to be the X factor in this game. If they could keep Amari Allen at his natural 3 position, they would be in good shape.
And they certainly have done that. Davis. Whoop, whoop. Didn't keep the pivot foot. 3:55 to play here in the second half. Speedy Claxton trying to decide which way to go. Had a little dance-off between the two mascots during this timeout at 74-66. Alabama is on top, the 4 seed. Alabama has been dominating the points in the paints. And again, their bigs have come to play today. It's their guards too, but their bigs have really come to play.
The big guys have been a huge factor, but you're right. It's Philon and Allen driving the ball to the goal that is producing some of those points in the paint as well. The Alabama size and physicality has really been a big factor in this game.
All right, so Alabama will inbound the basketball. I mean, Hofstra obviously needs a stop here. They're down 8, 74-66. We'll get into what they need to do offensively once they get the ball back, if they get it back, because Philon is just driving the bus right now for the Tide.
And Philon always under control, plays off 2 feet, which is a cheat code in itself.
He's open for 3, and he gets it to go around the rim and down.
He just danced around with the ball, and there's no way Sunday can back up and get back out and back up and then get back out again. He's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he is. You know, Nate Oates said he's not going to be 100% for the rest of the year, but he looks like he's playing 100%.
Well, if he's not 100%, then it's scary if he ever gets there.
Well, he does have the bandage on his chin.
Well, that's true.
They reset the time on the game clock. Candace, what do you want Hofstra to do here?
I want Hofstra to set screens away from the ball, bring their dynamic guards off to loosen up some space. They're taking too tough of shots and passing around the perimeter or getting too deep in the paint.
Right, so right to the rim, lays it in. It's 79-66. It matches the largest lead of the day for the Crimson Tide.
When you take tough shots and you miss them, that's a rebounding opportunity to get out in transition.
Katie tried to leave it down low, but it's cut off by Sherrill and Philon. Allen in transition. Philon working against Edmead. That's sealed. Reitzel for 3, way downtown. Too strong. Philon for 3, no good. Another offensive board. And Philon is fouled on the floor. That'll be the 8th team foul for Hofstra. This guy's good.
Philon, man. Right here. Taking it to the paint. Reitzel. I think Allen, Reitzel, Philon getting downhill in this second half has been the difference. Generating paint points because everyone wants to react when Alabama shoots 3s because they are so deadly from beyond the arc. They've been able to get into the paint and finish.
But the key to me is in the first half, the pace was the same. And they weren't productive, they weren't scoring points, but they never let up on the pace. Oh my!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That is a flagrant 2 foul right there.
Well, that's going to be it for Anuetu. It was a tie-up that would have gone to Alabama, but they're going to add something to Anuetu's total.
But he just blasted him.
He just blasted him.
Now, Bo Bowen needs to go back to the bench. We don't need anything else going on here.
It's a tie-up right there. Patterson and Bo Bowen. And then a blocking. It's like an offensive lineman.
Nobody would let go of the ball. Anuetu, a little frustration.
Well, a flagrant one foul is excessive and or unnecessary, and that certainly was. But then if you get extreme, which that was, I mean, that was like
extreme.
Crazy.
Yep.
The call on the floor was a jump ball. Subsequently, after that jump ball, number 6 for Hofstra committed a dead ball contact technical foul. Alabama will shoot 2 free throws and get the ball under the basket with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I mean, this could be a 5-point swing.
Right, and a dead ball contact technical foul. All that means that's a flagrant foul when the ball was dead. And the ball was dead because they whistled a jump ball. So you call the jump ball a held ball, and so the ball's dead, and then you have that nonsense go on.
Well, you know, foul trouble has been an issue for Anuetu this year. He is a freshman. There is so much emotion that's involved in these games. When you win and you move on, you lose and you're done. Gene Steratore, watching back at our New York studios, thought that he should have been ejected, but it is his 5th foul, so he would be out. He's disqualified anyway.
But Hofstra, an already tall task with under 2:15 left to climb the 13-point deficit. But now an even taller task, as Alabama, this could turn out into a 5-point swing.
Yep. Yeah, so they'll get a couple free throws.
There's no extra penalty for the guy being ejected because he's already fouled out of the
Pretty
game.
much out, yep.
And so it doesn't make any difference whether it's a 1 or a 2. And
But wouldn't that technically be 2 technicals?
no,
No?
it's a dead ball contact technical foul. So, and all that means is it's a flagrant foul while the ball is dead.
Right, so makes the first free throw, missed the second one, and Alabama will inbound. This is the largest lead of the day for the Crimson Tide. Hey, this was not easy for Alabama here today, and there's still 2:12 left to play.
And again, I think that what's impressive is they played their pace for throughout the entire game, and they kept the pressure on offensively and defensively, and they continue to do it.
And Bol Bowen waves goodbye as he slams that one home, 82-66. Cruz Davis Sunday looking for Ed Mead. Patterson for 3, no good. Ball is deflected. Patterson tries to save it out of bounds. It'll be Alabama basketball. Bol Bowen was left open here.
Alabama setting some crushing screens on that backside, causing some confusion for a desperate Hofstra defense as Bol Bowen throws salt in the wound, waving goodbye.
Well, Anuetu is sitting over there on the bench. And so I guess that's, if you throw him out of the game, he can't sit on the bench. So
that's true.
Look at Alabama's execution down the stretch, 11-0.
Yeah.
Hanging their hat on their defense and executing on the offensive end.
And again, playing without Aiden Holloway, who will most likely be without for the remainder of the tournament.
And Aiden Holloway, 43% from 3. That is the 3rd shoe that we've got.
All right, we're losing shoes. Bol Bowen for 3. It's good.
Well, does that count? Because that's the 2nd time he's lost a shoe. So it's 3 shoes, but only 2 guys.
85-66. He might need some Velcro action. Ed Mead from up top, and he cans the 3-pointer. The freshman has been very impressive.
Under
high 6
extremely
threes.
difficult circumstances.
Yes.
I mean, they've been all over him.
The guard father has certainly a good one for the next few years. Phylon leans it for Bol Bowen, who slams it home.
Bol Bowen going on a run by himself
All
ever
by
since
himself.
the foul.
Ever since he got knocked on his fanny.
Yeah. Phylon, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. This was the 7th assist.
And we call that playing with your eyes. Did you watch Phylon's eyes on that entire possession? It keeps the defense on their heels. You don't know if he's going to throw it out to the 3 or throw a lob or call his own number.
And now Nate Oates is going to bring in some additional players. Phylon is out. 29 points. What a day. He'll bring in Preston Murphy, the junior from Barrington, Rhode Island. Bethea comes back in. Williamson comes back in. .46 seconds left. Edmeade will bring it up the floor. This will close out the season for Hofstra. They'll finish with 24 wins and 11 losses. What a job by Speedy Claxton as Edmeade lets that one fly. Sunday underneath, Sunday fading away around the rim and out, and a foul is called. It'll send Patterson to the free throw line.
And this Hofstra squad having themselves a season. You talk about what Speedy Claxton is able to do with obviously Cruz Davis winning Player of the Year, Preston Edmeade with Rookie of the Year. I keep calling it Rookie of the Year, but it's Freshman of the Year.
But it's never happened before, where the Player of the Year and the Rookie of the Year in the same conference. Patterson will get a second free throw. Asked Speedy yesterday, we asked him how it feels to do what he's been able to do in his alma mater. He said it means a lot. The program means so much to me, the university, the area, everyone. As Cruz Davis will check out. That guy had a heck of a year, averaging 20 points per game. Alabama will try to dribble it out. Maybe get one more score. Williamson for three. It's good. It's a 20-point game. I don't know if the score is indicative of how competitive this game was.
No. It's just that Alabama wore him down.
Yep.
Really fine effort by Hofstra, but Alabama just too big, too physical.
Williamson will get the rebound. That'll do it. The Crimson Tide will roll on to the second rounds of the NCAA tournament, and they will take on Texas Tech as they win it today by a final score of 90-70. That young man right there is a head turner of a player. So Sunday's matchup will feature the 5 seed and the 4 seed. Little chalk action in our first 2 games. How about the winner of that one will take on the winner of Michigan and St. Louis next week in the NCAA tournament. 4th straight year that Nate Oates' team has gone on to the second round. It's not easy. And this one wasn't really easy for the entirety of the 40 minutes. Because Hofstra did make things a little difficult for the Crimson Tide. They cut it down to 4 at one point.
They did, and they had a chance to cut it further than that. But Tom, you're absolutely right. You know, it's hard to win a game in this tournament, much less win a couple of games or, for heaven's sakes, win the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks, wow, you know, they haven't gone past the Sweet 16. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, LeBaron Philon is standing by with A.J. Roswell. Everybody is standing by with A.J.
Everybody's
Absolutely.
standing by. LeBaron, this was a back-and-forth physical battle. You took one on the chin. You lost some shoes. What do you like about the collective toughness this team showed today?
You know, like I said, and you know, in the pregame, you know, this ritual, we came ready, and I think we prepared the best. And I feel like all the coaches was ready, so we was ready to get out there. We got rid of the first game, so we just got to be ready to move on.
This is a team that's been through some adversity, that's gone through some battles, been battle-tested with different lineups.
Hey, man.
What can you say about how you all keep finding a way to win?
I would just say it's just about the grittiness. I mean, everybody, we want to fight hard. We want to win games. And, you know, we came here to prove something. I think, you know, it was kind of close early, but we kind of pulled away. You know, we got a lot of depth. And the next team we play, they're going to be really good, so we got to be ready. They play just like us.
Congratulations.
Hey, hold on. He got something to say.
Y'all can't lie. This dude play like Shake.
Hey. You got to calm it down.
90-70, Alabama has knocked off Hofstra. The tournament continues with games now on TNT and TBS. True TV returns at 7 p.m. Eastern with the NCAA tip-off presented by Google Gemini, followed by Queens of Purdue. Coming up next is 4.7 seconds for the championship. You've been watching the NCAA men's basketball tournament on True TV.